So my name is Ruth and I teach on the BTEC Extended Certificate in sports coaching, and that's the 1A level equivalent. So the BTEC course is completely coursework based, so 100% coursework, so there are no exams at all. That does mean that from the word go that you have to be very organised. We teach 3 units across the 2 years. So in the first year you'll be doing 2 units. The first unit is called Unit A and it's all on careers in the sport and leisure industry. You'll do a little bit on organisation of sport and provision of sport in the local area. And then you'll go on to look at a whole section on careers. So very helpful if you're intending on going in straight into the world of work straight after. So we get quite a few students who may be looking at maybe going into an apprenticeship. And the whole process from writing a CV, an application, doing an interview process, a mock interview process is really helpful, obviously for any job that you're going into. So really helpful even if you're not intending on going into a sporting career, that can be really useful for that. The second part of the first year is all on Unit B, which is health, wellbeing and sport. A lot of stuff in that on mental and physical health and assessing your physical and mental health. So maybe if you're wanting to go on and maybe be a fitness professional, maybe working as a personal trainer, you might have do like a health assessment on someone first, and that shows a real professional edge to maybe your company or your business. So really helpful in that, and you'll get to assess that using blood pressure machines. So there is a slight bit of practical that I would say, but it might not be practical as in going outside and actually playing a sport as such. In the second year, then it becomes more, we have a coaching unit and you will be asked to coach 3 different sessions. So that might be 2 in one sport and 1 in another, or 3 different sections of one sport. And that again involves you going out and actually leading. So you'll be leading groups. You don't normally tend to lead your class, you'll lead either the lower 6th of the other group. And so we tend to find that's a little bit easier. And so that will be more hands-on, more practical based, and that's just the 1 unit that you'll do. So that unit is really helpful if you're looking maybe to go into, wanting to go into sports coaching. The idea of this BTEC being that if you wanted to be an assistant coach, you could go straight from being at college right out to doing that straight away.
My name's Grace. I do the Extended Certificate in Sport. I really enjoy the coursework because it's all coursework based, which means we don't have to do an exam at the end, which means it's really interactive with the teachers as well as the students. I took this course because I want to go into some sort of coaching and development as a career when I'm older, and I love learning about the physical education and the social aspect of PE that it can bring.
This course will probably suit people that are maybe looking to go straight into university maybe, so looking to maybe study some sports coaching, maybe if you wanted to go into teaching as well. Obviously, as I've mentioned earlier, going into being a personal trainer, maybe into the fitness area. Going off to university to study anything would still be, the qualification would give you the skills to be able to go off and have those transferable skills off to university. But also those people that are looking to maybe go into straight world of work, or maybe into apprenticeships. But there's a lot of opportunities, and you're not really narrowing your options, but you're giving yourself maybe a different way of learning from doing an A-level programme.
The first year is mainly classroom work, so you're working on your computer and you're researching into the different types of elements, so your physical and your mental health and how they can affect you, as well as looking into different clubs and sponsorships that can help develop a sport team. Whereas in the second year we then go into coaching, and that's when you bring in the physical aspect of the course. And all the way through you have distinctions and merits, so you never have just one set task, you're working all the way through, so it's quite an active course to do. So the first year you're researching into it, and then the second year it's all the physical elements. So the first year all comes together to create the second year, and how you can include that into your coaching skills and how you can help your pupils and students out.
So subjects you might take alongside, we've got quite a few students who maybe take business BTEC alongside, as well as travel and tourism. and it's a subject that you could probably take alongside quite a few others, even if you just had a slight interest in sport, but maybe you're interested in just the theory side of it and maybe not necessarily the actual practical. But the second year, obviously, you need to be somebody who is willing to want to go out there and lead things, because you will be expected to do that in the second year. So obviously, if you're expecting to just come along and play sport, this obviously isn't a course where you'll just be playing. There is quite a lot of theory-based stuff to it, and the second year is, as I say, more practical than the first. So on the courses myself, I teach more of the kind of the health and well-being side of things, more of the scientific biology side of things. Then you've got my colleague Seb, who teaches more on the career side of things, with his specialisms being his background in kind of sports development, sports organisation. And then the second year you'll have different teachers, such as Johnny, Kat or Vicky, who are teaching on the coaching side of things with their specialisms lying. Vicky's especially lying in hockey coaching, especially in goalkeeping.
Definitely the coursework element of having to research it myself, but also learning about the different physical and mental mental effects that it can have on you as a person. I've learned a lot more in that than I did before, which has put into my daily life a lot more. So now I think about that when I'm doing certain things. So it's quite interesting. It's very much like biology, but it's more like cut down, and it's the effects on your body that physical activity can do, which I think is really interesting.
Facilities we have, we've obviously got a really good sports hall with some netball courts and some good playing fields that have been extended with a short walk from the college building itself. We've got our own gym on site, which has a fully fledged gym instructor upstairs as well. So lots of facilities to use and make use of while you're here.
In the future, I'd like to go into some sort of coaching and development when I'm older. As for a job now, I already work as a netball coach, so that's developing my skills, which is something I want to go into, which this subject or this course really helps me do.
I like sport because I like being able to be active and completely being able to kind of perform and compete, and I just feel that that's something that everyone should have, like get something out of. There's something for everybody in sport, I find. So yeah, it is aimed at absolutely everyone. So come and join us.